Hey my loves, it's Habiba here. Welcome back to my channel. I pray you're all safe and healthy during this very uncertain time, and I pray this makeup video lifts up your spirit just as much as it lifted me up when I created it. So I was sat at home very unglam for weeks on end, and I finally decided to get up and make an effort for the living room, Netflix and chill. I wanted to go for a pop of colour because orange gives me so much life right now, and I cannot explain how much this look made me feel so alive. If you want to know how I created this perfect living room look, please keep watching. Okay, so we're starting with the brows, and I'm using my favourite brow pencil. This is the one by Benefit, Precisely My Brow, and I use it in the shade 5 and sometimes 4. This one here is shade 5. So whichever one I find at the time, I will use it. It's my favourite because whenever I use the product, I don't have to like rub it in to use it. It dispenses like pigment instantly with a little swipe of the pencil. So I absolutely love this stuff. I am trying to make my brows look a little bit fuller, but not too filled up, if that makes any sense. I don't want them to look too blocky. I want them to look a little bit more feathery, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're doing here. Next, I'm going to be using a concealer. This one is my absolute favorite. You guys know I use this all the time. It's the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I have it in the shade Warm Beige. It's my favorite shade, and sometimes if I'm going for a more natural look, everyday look, I would use this on my face in certain areas to cover up like pigmentation and acne scars and etc. etc. It's such a nice shade for me, and I always urge you girls to use a concealer shade. When you're concealing your brows, use a concealer shade that is the same shade as your skin tone, not lighter. And I see this all the time. I don't know why it's a trend to highlight your eyebrow area, but girls, trust me, it looks a lot better when it's a more natural like your skin color concealer. Okay, so we're going to blend that out with a Sigma brush and making sure it's all blended seamlessly. I'm going to be priming my eyelids for my eyeshadow, and I'm using my absolute favorite primer. This is by NARS, and it's in the shade Medium. Gonna set my primer with this MAC powder, and I think it's in the shade C30. Next, I'm going to be using this new palette that I recently got, and it's by the brand Mulak. I think that's how you pronounce it. Do not quote me on that. And this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I really enjoyed using it. I'm starting with the shade Come On, Come On, and I'm just going to put that around my outer area, blending it upwards towards like my crease. Next, I'm taking the shade Topless, and I'm using this in my inner area. Topless is a very like neutral, light, matte shade. And finally, I'm gonna use the shade Like a Virgin. It's a very pretty, shimmery, pink-toned light shade, and I'm just gonna use that on my eyelids. When I first decided to film this look, I was actually planning to use this as my pop of colour. It's an eyeshadow stick by Laura Mercier, but it didn't really do it for me. I did not think the colour was as intense as I would have liked it to be, so I decided to try and cover it up with some of this Pixie liquid eyeshadow, which is actually one of my favorite products to use when I'm in a rush and I want a little bit of a glossy inner corner. However, I would recommend, if you want to go for the look that I've created today, probably skip these 2 steps. I was literally trying to overcompensate for the situation that I had created with the eyeshadow stick that I didn't really enjoy. So yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner, and it's by Too Faced. This is my favorite felt tip liner because it actually dries matte. A lot of felt tip liners I've used dry super glossy, and I'm not a fan of that at all. So if you're gonna go for the look that I'm doing, I would recommend to use the pop of colour with the Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick. But obviously I kind of winged this whole makeup look and I kind of just went with the flow. Go in with my lashes. These are by faylashes.com and these are in the style Miami, and you can get a discount on this using the code Habiba, Habiba. I will put the details in the description box so you guys can check it out. I always cut my lashes, by the way. I think I've mentioned this before, but I cannot use lashes without cutting them, and I usually just take the little bit that I've cut off and I kind of overlap a little bit on the outer corner. Now this is when I started to think, okay, hold on a second, I really need a little bit more of a pop of colour, and I decided to pick up this neon loose shadow that I've had for ages but I've never had the chance to wear, and it's by Lychee, this Instagram makeup brand, and I'm so impressed with how good this pigment is. You literally need the tiniest amount and it's super pigmented, and these neon shades are so vibrant, it's amazing. So now we're onto the face, and I'm using the Vitamin Enriched face base by Bobbi Brown. I absolutely love this product. It's amazing if you've got dry or like combination skin. It's a nice mix between a primer and a moisturizer, if you know what I mean. It's like 2 in 1. So for foundation, I initially was going to use this Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear foundation, but when I started applying it onto my skin, I felt like the coverage just wasn't doing it for me, and I really wanted extra coverage for this look. I wanted like full-on glam, guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted all my acne scars to be covered, etc, and this was not doing it for me. So I went ahead and used my favorite combination when I want full coverage, which is the Pat McGrath foundation mixed with the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage foundation, and I've used 2 different shades that kind of mix together to make my perfect shade, and I'm just gonna apply that all over the face. Go in with some concealer, and I'm using the Fenty Beauty concealer in shade 310. Next I'm going in with some translucent powder, and I'm using this one by La Mer. To be honest, the only reason why I'm using this is because I ran out from my Laura Mercier translucent powder. Next, I'm going to add some colour to my face. I'm using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Island Ting, which is my absolute favourite bronzer. It just adds the perfect warm bronze tone to the face, especially for my skin tone. And then I'm using this new Kat Von D blush, which is so pretty, by the way. Very pigmented, so you want to go really light with it. And then we're going to highlight using this Nabla highlighter, which I absolutely love. The highlighters are amazing. So basically this is my face because I've just discovered that I forgot to press record when I did my lips, which was really annoying because I love this lip. However, I will put all the details in the description box, and if you want me to do a specific video on like my favorite lip colors and lip mixes, let me know. I will do that for you. So I'm going to just go in with some mascara. I'm using the Glossier one, and I'm also going to add some mascara to my bottom lashes. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of some faux freckles with using this freckle pen by Lime Crime. I actually have some natural freckles under my eye area, but obviously they get all covered up by makeup. And that is the finished look, guys. What do you guys think? I absolutely adore the pop of colour and the neutrals and the shimmer and that lip color. I love. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Let me know what you think. If you want me to do any other makeup looks, let me know. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you have the notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.